Мы видим нагнетание напряженности.
We see tensions escalating in the region. We see it as potentially very dangerous. Venezuela is our ally and partner, and we maintain ongoing contacts, including, as you know, those on the highest level.
Russia has fired a stark warning shot at the United States, cautioning that the rapidly escalating confrontation over Venezuela is reaching a critical point that could spiral far beyond anyone's control. The Kremlin has warned that the sharp rise in tensions between Washington and Caracas could trigger unforeseen developments, hinting at a chain reaction of events that might destabilize not just a region, but the wider international order. On December 18th, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov stressed that Russia remains in constant contact with its ally Venezuela, coordinating closely at the highest political levels as the crisis deepens and new risks emerge by the day. President Vladimir Putin personally phoned Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro, underscoring Moscow's backing and using the call to discuss the worsening standoff with the United States and how both sides might respond if the situation escalates further. The Kremlin has appealed for restraint from all countries in the region, describing the Venezuela showdown as potentially very dangerous and warning that even a single miscalculation could tip the crisis into open confrontation.
We see tensions escalating in the region. We see it as potentially very dangerous. Venezuela is our ally and partner, and we maintain ongoing contacts, including, as you know, those on the highest level. President Putin recently had a telephone conversation with President Maduro. And of course, we call on all parties in the region to show restraint in order to avoid any unpredictable developments.
Moscow's sharp warning follows a dramatic escalation by U.S. President Donald Trump, who has stepped up pressure on Caracas with new measures that push the already tense standoff toward an unprecedented level. Trump has ordered what he called a total and complete blockade on all sanctioned oil tankers going into and out of Venezuela, effectively choking the country's most vital lifeline and sending a shockwave through global energy and shipping markets. Boasting on social media, Trump claimed that Venezuela is now encircled by the largest armada ever assembled in South American history, warning that this powerful naval presence will only grow until his demands are met. Russia's foreign ministry has urged Washington to step back from what it calls a potential fatal mistake, appealing to the Trump administration to act with pragmatism and stop driving the confrontation toward a point of no return. Moscow has warned that any U.S. military move against Venezuela could unleash unpredictable consequences across the entire Western Hemisphere, with risks that extend far beyond a single country's borders. Russian Foreign Ministry in a statement said, U.S. President Donald Trump would not make a fatal mistake and will refrain from further sliding into a situation that could lead to unpredictable consequences for the entire Western Hemisphere. Russia has previously dispatched military advisors and technical experts to Caracas during earlier showdowns, and officials now signal that, if needed, Moscow could once again step in with similar assistance to bolster Maduro's government. This fast-moving crisis has become a sharp new flashpoint in Latin America, laying bare how major global powers are now openly split over Caracas and competing to shape the future of Venezuela's political landscape. China has stepped forward to back Nicolás Maduro, condemning what it calls unilateral bullying by the United States and reaffirming its strong support for Venezuela's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and right to choose its own path. The United States has demanded that Venezuela return oil, land, and other assets it claims were stolen from American interests, a sweeping ultimatum that has enraged Maduro and fueled accusations that Washington is trying to seize the country's wealth. In a dramatic diplomatic move, Venezuela has formally requested an emergency session of the UN Security Council, arguing that escalating U.S. threats and military deployments pose a grave danger to regional peace and international stability.